Want to roll it?
Yeah, we can. You know what I'll do is, yeah, we can do one of those topics that you were talking about, or we can do other ones. What do you guys think? Because Alex had suggested, let me just find that suggestion. The interest rates hikes, or we can also do what was it?
Looks like a duck,
Looks
walks
like a
like a
duck.
duck. Maybe it's a duck. Look at the
Maybe
smile
it's a
on
duck.
Aaron's face.
That that one could go in many many different directions. So I'm not really sure. You could be talking about the government that way. I mean, you could be talking
Yeah.
about genders.
Taxed upon taxed upon tax dollars in Canada.
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
there you go. The
cost of water all around the world.
Yeah. So that's something that's probably near and dear to a lot of people. And then, and I guess that could create a deep discussion too. Like, because the first thing you want, I think the first few innings you want to start off with very intriguing topics that might grab the majority, right? But again, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, I think that's something a lot of people could relate to too. It's like calling somebody an asshole, and a lot of people get offended, including my mom. But no, stop being an asshole, right?
Shame.
Well, you know what?
Right?
I'm down with either conversation. Like the interest rate is only gonna really matter for Canadians itself, right? Versus like,
Well,
I mean, I guess it would
well, the
matter
interest
to
cost of living is
Americans
kind of like,
too.
it's primarily in Canada, but the cost of living is kind of like a worldwide thing. And I don't know. And I don't know if you guys heard or not. Just I think on the news yesterday, our government's sending $500 million to the Ukraine again, and there's people sleeping in bus shelters here, for example. So, and again, don't get me wrong. Like I know the situation in Ukraine is dire, but um, I'm kind of surprised the world leaders aren't working to end it versus actually supporting it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know why that is, man. Come on.
No, I do know, but I mean, think about it. Like, see two people fighting in the street, right? Well, what's
Mhm.
likely going to happen? Cops or somebody's going to try to interject and stop it. But no, not this.
No, because it's bad for business, man. It's always bad for business. I mean, my mother told me long ago, when I was a young kid, there's no profit in the cure, right?
No, for
That's
sure.
just the way it is. Like people are always gonna further propel what's going on. We're all about, that conflict in life and everything like that. So
Yeah, but
kind of sucks.
it's kind of amazing to me because these fucking truckers, right? They pulled this fucking major coup just because they don't want to get a shot in the arm, and it worked, I think. I think it brought an end to this COVID nonsense, but um where they like as if they're not affected by food prices, as if they're not affected at the pumps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's shit happening now that I think we should be.
Because all those things were under the public health order.
Whatever it is.
No, but all those things were under the public health order. So no matter where you were on that time, where you got an email saying the world was shutting down as you once knew it, no more work, no more going to church, no more gathering, no seeing your family because of public health order. And this is the economic fallback. I don't know if this is 2 years or 3 years. I'm losing track now of all around the globe. The mismanagement of everything.
Yeah, this should be the fourth year, I think, right?
Well, it started in 2020. I want to say March would have been the first
March,
time
yeah, it
that
was
we
definitely March.
ever
Yeah, it was in
in
March.
shut down
Canada.
everything.
And we were the
Correct.
end ones. My friends over on the eastern part of the world knew long about all this long before. We
Did
had
they
lots
shut
of
down
warning over here.
beforehand?
Yeah, we were the last country over here. So people have to just remember, so wherever you were when you got that email saying, you had to go home and collect government assistance or something along those lines. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Who's this?
No, thank you.
You know what was really crazy about that government assistance is that there were people that were from other countries, like from France to England to
depends.
all these different
banks will buy, but it's hit and miss depending on your credit.
Ah,
but if this is your
that's
then what I can do is I can send you out a credit application.
One sec. So yeah, like there's people from like, France, England, all these different countries that were living here at the time. And then they took the money from our government and then they moved back to their own country. So that has a cause and effect. And now our country's not going to go after those people. They're just going to go after the Canadians that took those funds, right? So it's
Yeah, well,
a
I believe it to be true. There was a lot of fraudulent behavior happening all across everywhere. Some out of desperation, of course,
mhm,
some because, they didn't know what was going to happen.
yeah,
Everyone did what they needed to do at that time of, what have you. I happened just to be in Canada when the world started shutting down I happened to be in Winnipeg. So I got to be in my home place where I speak the English and
yeah,
can drive. I can do all those things. So
right.
yeah, I have a lot of appreciation for, the Good Samaritan, so we say, because I've had to use it numerous times and I'm sure everybody else has too.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
Mhm.
I hear you. Ah, there you go. You're back
Yeah,
on the
sorry about
mic.
that, guys. Yeah, I should have muted, but
That's okay. I muted you and everything
Oh,
like that.
Alex. Oh, Alex.
So
Well,
basically, I guess we
oh,
can talk about that instead because I've been recording from the beginning. But then since you didn't mute yourself, maybe we'll cut off that portion, even
yeah,
though it
good
had
idea.
good stuff in there. And then let's kick her off.
oh,
Unless we want to get the credit up in there.
Oh, but hey, I
well,
mean, get
yeah,
that
because like
credit up. Go
you have like the whole thing, the whole goal is to have a 24/7 shopping channel of all the exclusive things that me, you, or Alex have to offer.
Oh, speaking of which, Aaron, you wouldn't believe who that was. That was a referral from Hytham.
from
Oh,
Hytham.
make rich, make rich.
Fuck that guy.
Well,
No,
hey man, I went to the table to help him. Went there like 4 times. A guy.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
just a customer of ours that they own a service station, and he wanted to remortgage it, and we went
Mhm.
there I don't know how many times, and the guy just kind of gave us a runaround.
Where
But
is he? In
he's on,
Manitoba, I assume.
yeah, he's on Portage and Arlington,
Portage and Arlington.
Meineke Auto, and he's referred. I mean, he refers customers to us from time to time, and I didn't think I'd hear from him after the last runaround, but yeah, he just referred somebody. But anyways, yeah. So
Right on. So,
Oh yeah, the hustle and bustle. I take Uber. Okay, that's how I get around most of the time, or my bike, or my feet. Right now, or
nothing wrong with
airplane,
that.
Flair, WestJet, whoever.
Hmm.
Hopefully, my own plane very soon because I can't stand the bureaucracy at the, you know, not being able to get on my plane and all that kind of stuff. It holds things up, holds things up. Yeah.
That would be funny. That'd be
But
classic. You having a plane. That would be interesting to see because you'd probably go all over the place, wouldn't
yeah, I actually really wanting a boat right now because
you?
at least I have a license to drive a boat. Hey, Alex, if you're listening over there.
yeah.
Of course, he is listening.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, but seriously, the food prices are extremely high. They predict it over and over again. Uh, I mean, it's terrible. I like eating healthy. The whole point I was saying about Uber, most of the people that are driving me in Uber are either new people to the country here, not that long from to the
Hmm.
country. Lots of people from the Ukraine. They cannot speak English at all, really. I feel for them, but I also feel for myself because they're asking me where I'm supposed to be going. I'm brand new to the city also. I just arrived from the airport. How would
Hmm.
I know? Right?
Yeah, that's true.
So there's all these sorts of things because this one man that I actually did be able to communicate enough with, he's here as a refugee from the Ukraine because of, his country is being war torn. His
Hmm.
wife is still there,
Yeah.
and now he's driving Uber in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, where the roads are absolutely horrid. And I wonder if he knew what, I don't know, peace, peace, like literally, because I don't know what else to say. So I feel for people. I
Yeah.
feel for people's displacement all the time. It's been happening for, hundreds and thousands of years. So I am born and raised in Canada, and I believe it to be true. Our flag is for peace. We're peacekeepers.
We
And in our
are.
national anthem, it says, God save our land. God save our land. So we better start looking after that, because every time I come back around this way, it's disgusting.
Somebody
Yeah.
drank the Kool-Aid.
Huh?
Somebody drank the Kool-Aid.
Oh, you guys just wait.
No, I mean, are we really peacekeepers, or are we just a butthole for the U.S.?
Well, I
Excuse
don't
me?
know, but like, I don't know. I'm a middle, what
One
you
of the
call.
things.
No. We're peacekeepers as far as I'm concerned, to a point.
Well, we're
And,
supposed to be. That's what I was born to
supposed to
know
be.
when I went to
Yeah,
school and
yeah,
stuff, you
yeah,
know. So that's what
yeah.
that's what I'm gonna roll
Except for
by.
when it comes to the U.S.
No.
We have.
Hey, we're the little brother that gets picked on and then
No,
told what to
we're
do and
we're the
everything.
little bitches,
Yeah.
brother.
Well, you know, you had siblings. You have siblings. I mean, I have siblings. I think that's like the little brother syndrome, like the little bitch syndrome. You know what I mean? That's how it rolls.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no,
I don't know anything about that. I think that's locker room talk, you know.
And that's locker room talk. Really.
Isn't it? Are you guys talking like shit?
No,
No,
just
don't you
real
have
talk.
Facts. These are
Real
facts.
talk.
These are
siblings?
facts. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
because
Yeah, they're controlling a lot all around the world, eh?
Canada supports a lot of things except for the U.S. hypocrisy.
I thought that was what we did best. Is
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah,
support.
they support a lot of initiatives, except
Mhm.
for except they don't say a thing when it comes to U.S. hypocrisy. Is what I meant.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
We never stand up for ourselves when it comes to the United States.
Or others.
We never say
Or others.
anything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in life, if someone's doing something wrong, you want to say, "Hey, that's not cool,"
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
you may want to rethink that, right? Little brother or bitch, whatever. Right? Like, yo,
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
yeah. But no.
Yeah, I know what you
Anyways,
mean.
so are we gonna try to hit up this cost of living thing then, or should we chat about that?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. So for our first episode here at Real Talk, or things that make you go, which one do you like better? That should actually be the debate show right there. Things that make you go, or Real Talk, which one do you like?
Oh yeah, you could definitely have a poll for that.
Yeah.
I like them both.
Yeah, same.
I like them both.
Real Talk, things that make you go, Oh well, never mind. For episode 1, Real Talk, we're talking about interest rates in Canada and the fact that they're going to be hiking or being increased throughout the rest of the world.
They've increased.
Oh yeah, and they're going to keep on going up.
Yeah, amongst other things.
Hopefully we don't see the stuff that our parents saw in the 80s and in the 70s, which was like, a rate of what, 15-20% for a house. But I mean, at that time, how much was a house? A house was probably like 15, maybe 30 grand or something like that.
Exactly.
So it was affordable.
And I mean,
that
normally,
point.
normally it's all relative.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's the case in today's system. I don't believe it is. I don't believe it to be the case.
No, I completely agree, because if you look out in BC, there are kids that are growing up that will never be able to own their own home because why?
It's a real. There's adults that can't own their own home right now. You know what I mean?
There you go.
It's
a true fact. Like we have some of the most strict laws, regulations in terms of trying to own a home. You have to qualify for the stress test and all this nonsense. I mean, I shouldn't say nonsense, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, as the government decides to print money, it's going to be that much more difficult for a person to own a home.
Well, never mind about owning a home. I think it's difficult for some just to even rent. You know what I mean? Unless
or live.
They're splitting. Yeah, unless they're splitting.
To have a roof over your head.
Yeah.
Like this is a national inquiry over the course of, I don't know, 20 years or so, as to what's going on here across the country, this vast land of Canada. It's huge here. Yeah. Huge. The homeless population skyrocket long before the global pandemic. And people in one of my communities very close to where I'm born and raised, they are short 800 houses.
Yeah,
800.
yeah, yeah,
That's
but you know
That's a
what,
lot.
again, to me, that's also sad because that's to me what each and every person as a Canadian should be up in arms about
Amen.
is hunger and homelessness. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that's something that, we collectively can and should put a stop to like that. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And
Mhm.
not to be selfish and like that, but charity should start at home. Like if you can't look after yourself, are you gonna go look after somebody else?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, like that 500 million, for example, that's being sent to Ukraine, we should make sure the homeless here are looked after. Then you go help somebody else out, or the people that are putting into your pool, the people that are putting into your bank account, your bank account in this case, the government account.
The trust, the
Yeah,
government trust,
the
the
government
government
trust.
trust.
Totally. Yeah.
And no matter what that label is, whether it's the province of Manitoba, I speak about that a lot because I'm from there, so I definitely became a critic for sure. And
Mhm.
also the government of Canada, right? I mean, that is where our income tax is going. That is where a portion of our hard-earned money every day goes. Then we get taxed again on every single thing we buy. And then we get taxed
yeah,
again.
yeah,
And then I
and you
don't
know
have
what,
anything left except my clothespin.
Yeah.
and yeah, and then here's a person I feel like people's income shouldn't be taxed. Like people should just, taxes should only be on things that people choose to spend, which is plenty, because most Canadians don't save. Most Canadians spend every dollar that they have. So it would
That's
all
right.
end up back in the, government coffers anyways at 13%. But at minimum, at 26% or 24% with our tax bracket, and if you add the PST and GST on every dollar you spend, really you're up to almost like 40%. That's a minimum, you know what I mean? Like
This is true.
people don't think of that kind of math. It's just
Mhm.
it's insanity. And
Well,
And
we
then
don't
there,
educate our population on that kind of math.
well,
Like, I mean,
and not
when
just, and oh, never mind. And that's just a, part of it. And then the other big part is the lotteries. People don't do the math on how much money the government's making off the lotteries. And yeah, some of it goes back to the hospital, the schools, and the libraries and what have you. But the government keeps a chunk of change from that
no,
nobody's
absolutely.
talking about. No one's
Yeah.
talking about it. Like for example, in Vegas, they got no income tax,
no tax.
no taxes
No tax.
because of all the gambling money. Well,
Oh, yeah.
our government runs the tables here, but
Hey, and you know the rule. The house always wins, right?
well, no,
They
no, no, no,
always
no. Why do you think? Why do you think it gets to 70 million and runs for like
Months.
a month or 2 months before the pot goes?
Mhm.
They make billions by that time before they
Mhm.
release 70 million. It's
Oh, of course. They
oh
don't
yeah.
want to release it just like that, all willy nilly. They're like, we're gonna still make money, and they still misappropriate the taxes anyway.
Oh no,
So it
no,
doesn't
that's what I
even
mean.
matter.
And so yeah, so like I try to kind of, I mean, actually, if you go to Google, it'll give you a bit of a breakdown, but it doesn't really tell you how much money's left with the government. But I kind of try to do the math on it using the truth in marketing, which is basically numbers, like kind of using population and how many people buy the lottery and the average lottery price and blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's in the billions that the government's pocketing.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is,
And
it's almost like a 50-50, right? Because,
Well,
like when they run a 50-50, say at like the Bombers game or Flames
no,
game and
no,
stuff like
no,
that.
it's
No,
not a
the government
50-50.
like rakes in the 50.
no, this
No,
is
it's not
like high.
50-50.
This is like
It's
rating
like 90,
accelerated high, like
it's like 99.99.
at like accelerated speeds of everyone
2.0
putting
per, you know what I mean?
$10. Everyone in Canada
Yeah.
is putting down $10. They need to win money. They even need to win $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm starting to believe the numbers, everything's like pre-printed or you know what I mean? Predetermined.
Decided. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Like, what did you guys
Well,
think about when we decided to run an election during the pandemic, which made all the sense in the world, and we spent another $667 million of taxpayers' money for what? For the exact same result? I mean,
Yeah.
did he extend
Yeah.
anything? Did he do anything? Did anything even change? No,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
nothing.
we're all
We just
broke.
spent
Yeah. Yeah. We're all
yeah,
We're
broke.
all broke. We're all broke.
that's
That's what
right.
happened.
We just spent
Between the progressive
667 million.
conservative government and the liberal government and the NDP government and all these other whatever,
Yeah.
we as common citizens to this country short time or been here forever. Social insurance number, right? We all are being tracked on.
Yeah.
We are all broke. I don't even have the stamp to send my paperwork back to the government.
Well,
I'm
hey,
paying too much
girl,
for water.
hey, buddy, you best get working.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
So,
Trying.
well,
How much does someone get paid per hour in Canada right now?
how much what?
How much should I get
Minimum
paid
wage
when I'm
you're
working in
talking?
Canada right now?
Is
Well,
minimum wage like,
that's just the thing, eh?
let's see. I'm gonna look up minimum wage. I can't even remember what it is. Is it 10.70 something or?
I didn't ask. Do you guys think I should be getting paid minimum wage in Canada now? I've been working for 30 years. I have experience. Should I still be getting paid minimum wage while working in Canada?
Well, you know what? I
don't
believe
think
in
so.
life
Oh,
you
it's
get paid
$15.
you get paid whatever you need to get paid to make it make sense for you and your family
Yeah.
and what have you. So I do believe in determining well, you can't. I think as people, we, if you're not happy with wherever you're at,
Hmm.
we have the power to change it if you're about that.
Hmm. Well, $14 an hour wouldn't even buy my grandson a watermelon at the store this today when I go to
This
the
is
store.
true.
It's very true. So I
Yeah,
definitely have to make more
absolutely.
money than minimum wage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 15 here. You know what's incredible about minimum wage? In Mississippi, minimum wage is $7.25. I don't understand why a state can decide that. That's nothing. Cost of living must be nothing there, though.
Well, yeah, because again, here's where it's all relative, right? So,
Hmm.
um, but again, that being said, um,
That's
it's
crazy.
it's
So is
it's
it in Texas?
it's not so much so the income, in my opinion, as it is, or the wage, as it is the taxes.
Hmm.
That's being taken, because that's a huge chunk of change that the average
Yeah.
person just isn't saving, and that could be a life changer for people. Because think about it, like even if you're, making $1,000 a month at the bare minimum tax bracket, that's still a good 250. Like that's a good 25% of your income gone to taxes.
This is true.
Hmm. Hmm.
And gone for what? Streets
And
aren't
then
better. The government
no,
programs
and
are
if you
being
need to
cut.
Yeah,
access a
yeah.
and
I
if you need
mean,
to access a healthcare system, it's not really a free healthcare system anymore, because if you need to access real healthcare, you're paying dinero out of your pocket here and already on tax money. So I feel for people. I feel for people. I mean,
well, they've been actually really, really smart, like even with property tax and all these other taxes, because they've taken away more and more services from the schools.
yeah.
You know,
They
streamline
closed
so
the
many
schools
things.
for a while. They
You
closed the
know,
schools for a while.
yeah, and a lot of activities for the kids, you got to pay to,
Hmm.
um,
School fees, home ec fees. If you want your kids to, participate in the kitchen stuff at the school, you have to pay $100.
mhm.
I
Well,
know
you're always paying.
most kids that I see don't even get breakfast before they go to school. They're not even going to school because the truancy is so high in this country. Literacy. Like,
Mhm.
I know it's so sad, and I know I'm like talking, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I'm
It
telling the
really
truth.
is.
Telling the truth.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I don't
So,
like it.
But how do you change it? Like,
well,
we have to change some sort of government, but how do you elect an official? My biggest issue with Canada, like, I mean, I love this country. I will bleed for this country. But my biggest issue is anytime there's an election, it is decided by the East. As soon as it hits that Manitoba border, that new prime minister is already elected. Like, we are inconsequential from
Well,
Western
by
Canada.
population too. By population too, time zone and population.
This is true, but I mean, like,
It's like
yes,
inherited.
Quebec.
this,
It's
I know,
inherited.
this,
I know it's
Aaron,
inherited.
Aaron, this is being recorded, eh?
Why?
Okay.
What? What am I'm trying to get
He's
my.
just, he's got a lot of motion there.
I'm
Oh,
healing. I'm healing from my.
okay. All right. Um, anyhow, yeah, no, I honestly, for what it is, and I personally can't stand the guy. I think he's a doofus, but one of Trump's platforms was that he's going to get rid of personal taxes, and I thought, yay, get him in office.
Right?
It never happened, but I think it's
Yeah.
something that um, would be a game changer for a lot of people.
It would be, but I mean, let's be honest. In schools, we don't educate people on budgeting, on how a dollar works. Like, there's a lot of people that don't understand that. So the expectation of, just because now this person is no longer getting taxed at 25%, that they're going to save, or they're going to do something different. It's going to spend more money.
That's just my point, though. That's just my point. Is most people won't save. It's going to end up in the government's pocket anyhow.
This is very true.
You know what I mean? And so it's like the government's double dipping. Like, you know, you're already broke, and even that little portion that they give you to keep, you're going to end up spending anyhow. You know what I mean? It's going to get back to them probably tenfold, right? It's just human nature. There is a reason why majority of lottery winners end up broke.
You know? Can I mention something here? You, my friend. You, my friend. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
You. Yeah. You said that they don't teach you in school, which I understand what you're saying, okay? But most of the things that I know, I learned at home. I learned because I wanted to learn. My parents taught me about these kinds of things, you know? So what I'm saying is, like, there's such a lack right now of what the knowledge is, even in our own homes, you know?
Well, no, I'm just going to say your parents will teach if your parents know, right? And so
if your parents were
taught it, you know.
Hey, hold on. I'm just wanting to say one thing here. For example, my 7-year-old grandson, I am teaching him today how to take out the garbage. Nice. He's 7. I'm teaching him how to take out the garbage. I've also offered if he wants to learn how to do the taxes.
Oh, nice.
If he wants to learn how to do the dishwasher. Example, you know, so it always, like what Alex said before, you know, charity starts at home. What all the stuff starts at home, right? What you develop, how you want to be. You cannot change leaders, poor leaders, you know, whatever, but you can be a good leader to yourself and to your family and to your network of people.
And well, they are teaching some finances in school these days.
It's changed a bit since we went to school, of course.
Yeah. But again, you know,
it's the bare minimum.
Yeah, because again, here's where to me there's a theory, but then there's also the practical and actually, you know,
doing
people seeing, doing, and having a clue. Because to be honest with you, if you were to ask my kids, you know, what's a gas bill, I probably don't have a fucking clue how much gas. What's a water bill? I probably ain't got a fucking clue. Is that on me? Maybe. Is it on them to learn it? Maybe. I don't know. Do you know to want? Because I know nobody told me. I just kind of saw, you know, my fucking son goes to the mailbox every day and gets a mail. You know, I just saw a mail, and just out of curiosity, you know, I knew there's the shit to pay, right? So,
they do find out soon enough. They do find out soon enough.
I saw some pink slips, and that looked very threatening. I didn't need to open it.
It's classic that the color pink is threatening. Like, well, that's pink. I don't want to open that one.
No, actually, I was more curious.
Oh, right? You were?
As a kid, right? But you know, I mean, sure enough, once it was open, I took a peek. It was a disconnection notice, and so I did what I had to do to help out. I think at 12 or 13.
Fair enough.
But again, you know, these things, you know, are they taught? Are they inherent? I really don't know what the answers are to that. But
well, just keep on doing the best we can. And if we know about some things, it's good to teach things. You know, I think when you're a young adult, you want to learn how to cook for yourself, be able to cook for, you know. These sorts of things, you know.
Well, I mean, it is not dire, because there are more and more people that are very well to do thanks to the internet, YouTube, Instagram, and things like that, TikTok. You know, but again, that being said, there's a vast majority that aren't going to be able to retire comfortably, or aren't even going to be able to retire. Never mind, you know, and you know, because for example,
that's a real,
don't even have internet. Don't have internet.
Because what's like old age CPP? What is it, like $1,200 or $1,500 a month or something? No?
I don't know. I don't even think it's that much, because my mom has that. I mean, she's 80, right? So she can collect all this stuff, and thank goodness she was a diligent saver when she was younger. Like, so she has RSPs and stuff like that. But I think CPP is like I want to say it's like $700, man. It's not
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
It's not crazy. And my mom worked for like 35 years or something like
So
that.
you're saying
So
if
a
she
long
didn't
time.
have any extra savings in her government service job, did she work for the government?
No.
No,
My
different.
mom, no.
But
My mom works for my mom worked for Air
But she paid
Canada
into the
and
Canada,
Air
but she paid
Operations.
into
yeah,
she pays into the Canada pension plan for 35 years as
and
a employee to the country, to whatever
Mhm.
business she's running,
and
and her Canada pension interest that she put away, and they've been earning trust on that money from the minute she put money in there 30 years ago. Her
course.
dividends are $700 a month.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Time
it.
to have someone
does
else
she
in
live
charge
on
of
her
the
own?
money.
Does she live on her own or in a
Oh
home?
yeah. My mom lives on her own, still in the same house I grew up in.
Does she
Oh,
live by
wow.
herself or
Transcona.
with family or
No, she lives by herself.
by herself?
Wow.
My aunts live what,
No, far.
3 blocks away or something like that. So they're
Nice,
not very
nice.
far.
So your mom lives in a house in Transcona or
Yeah, a duplex in Transcona.
duplex? Okay,
Yeah.
so her property tax are at least 4,000 a year.
Oh man, they just went up, and she was freaking out. She's like, I don't understand. Like nothing has changed here. They don't even do anything
No, I know
better.
this is exactly what we're talking about.
Mhm.
Because at 4 or 5,000, which is probably the average property tax here in the city, that's a good $400 or $500 a month.
Yep.
That only
And
leaves her
she's like,
$200.
And this is before groceries and utilities and everything. So how do you live?
I
Right?
know. Yeah, and like I said, if she wasn't a diligent saver, then she probably wouldn't be living, right?
Yeah.
It's crushing for people. Like I know people that weren't
And
like
it,
my mom that have to still keep on working. And my mom's 80, so think about that. They're
oh,
still
oh,
80
no, I
and
know.
they're working.
I know. I know.
Like out of
I know.
necessity, not out of I just need something to
Because I
do.
feel
I'm
like it.
bored. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm screwed. I need like
Mhm.
food. I need milk. I need something. You
Mhm.
know, going back to that grocery bill and and food and everything like that, I've seen it's basically 100% increase because and the
If not
bags
more.
feel smaller. You know what I mean? Like I
I
went
think
to the grocery.
I think it's going more at like 400%
Yeah.
for
Oh,
the
yeah.
major
It's
commodities.
retarded.
Gross.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
flour, water, like if we just think the absolute necessities, of just being like a thing of rice with water, right? Some, flour, fuel, at least 400%.
Oh,
And
fuel is
and that's
gross.
since like last time I looked at that kind of stuff. So I don't know, 100%, 400%. I mean, somewhere in and around there, even higher probably.
yeah, and even the fuel, like who dictates this crap? And they're trying to blame supply and Russia and Ukraine and all this other crap.
Yeah.
Like
They actually said
the fuel, for example, is already here. And maybe there might have been a pricing to manage the future, but the fuel was already here, and it wasn't like a new fuel that was coming. But as soon, like a month or two after that war started, boom, everything was up.
Oh yeah. Well, even before then too, because like during COVID and everything like that, we saw. So I think you guys are at like a regular $1.50. Is that correct?
57.
Somewhere there. $1.57.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
good lord.
just came down from 59.
So ours is at $1.45. We're an oil producing hub, as you know. That's Alberta.
Oh, okay.
Now,
That's a different country?
what's that?
Alberta's a
I'm
different country?
It better be. Yeah, one day it will be. I mean, hey, they're all about doing the.
May as well be.
It may as well be, but it's crushing that they say that. So how it works here in Alberta, to my understanding, because my wife is in oil and gas, I have a lot of friends that are in oil and gas. I am not. We have no refineries for our heavy oil because our oil comes from the oil sands primarily. We do have oil that we frack for. So then basically they're going to pump a chemical down into the actual well to push the rest or remaining of oil out there. Like down in Texas, it's almost like you could dig a hole and then oil is starting to come out. We have very few of that, but we do have that. I only say this because Canada I don't know what it is about Alberta and Winnipeg or Alberta and Manitoba, but we're stupid because we'll send that fuel all the way down to the United States. They'll refine it and then send it back to us and sell it to us, right?
Well,
So
yeah.
then our own fuel is more expensive. And then in Manitoba, we have dam on dam on dam, which we're creating hydroelectricity. We sell it to Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. I want to even say it might even go as far as what is that, Wisconsin. But keep in mind, Manitoba produces enough electricity for most of these places, or sells it there, and they sell it cheaper to them than to our own people, like my mother, like you, Alex, and everything like that. And it just, I don't understand. Like if the shoe was on the other foot, the United States would just, bend us over. And they would be like, oh, well, you need this, don't you? So here you go. This is how much it's going to cost you. And we're not nationalists. You know what I mean? We're not all about our own gross domestic product. We're all about exporting it somewhere else. And then, hey, thank you.
Importing it back in.
You made it for us, and now we get to get it. Like, it's just dumb.
Yeah, put it this way. Yeah, it's kind of like it's just the system's so broken. It's not even funny. I was actually at a friend's place last night, and half the family works for CRA, and a lot of them just went back. Oh yeah,
weren't they on strike, right?
Yeah. And I'm not kidding. Like half the family works for CRA. Actually, probably 70% of the people that were there yesterday worked for CRA.
That's crazy.
And I didn't hold anything against them, but because they're nice people.
Okay.
But here's the thing, though, is another perfect example of fucking government misspending because someone's trying to justify their jobs and not, during COVID when it suited them, they allowed people to work from home, but now it's a problem.
Oh, I know.
Like seriously, no, close those fucking offices, get rid of that overhead, and lower, like you know what I mean? Because that's all taxpayer dollars. And
exactly.
these people
they're
have
buildings, right?
Yeah,
big buildings.
Yeah, and I mean the things they're paper shufflers for the most part. So you give them their fucking assignment to get it done. Sorry, I dropped that bomb. We're trying to keep it clean. But,
no.
No.
This
topic is
dirty. It deserves a swear.
Yeah, there's some things that actually deserve the F word.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about over here. Yeah,
but yeah,
it's
no, I mean, it's things like that we really need to think about as a society and just try to.
Because remember, that is Justin Trudeau's staff.
No, no, it's not.
No,
well, yeah,
it's Canada. It's like the Canada government.
Well, whatever it is,
he has a big staff.
Whatever it is,
these are all his staff.
What I'm hearing is these people want to work from home. Let them work from home. Maybe put some of these homeless people in some of these offices.
But that's what I'm saying. That is CRA. That they're so all these people that are working. Okay, I don't know if they're seeing what's going on. Also, I mean, they also are people that are mothers and fathers
starving,
and everything
the
else.
government's starving them just like us, and they're up in arms about wages and trying to get
Well, they just went on strike.
Fair wage. Yeah,
they just went on strike. Yeah. So remember, that's the employer, right?
Yeah.
And we have very good people that are in Canada that are hardworking, educated, family. We just want a good life, We all just want a good life, don't we?
Yeah. Absolutely. That's all I've ever desired. I don't need to be like a bazillionaire. Do I want to be?
No, but I certainly want people like your mother to have a good life. No worry. That's worry, right? And worry doesn't do us any good. No. So when I'm that age, I hope that I'm not, having to worry like that. But I'm going to have to save quite a bit more than your mother saved to be able to make sure that I can stay at home and live.
Yep.
So that means me working, everyone's saying, oh, they work 7 days a week. These Uber drivers, these people new to the country, they work 7 days a week, 10 hours a day. I'm like, me too, for the last 45 years.
Exactly.
So the hassle, it doesn't have the hassle with the bustle, the hassle with the bustle.
That's so classic.
And if I think that someone like my grandson is going to be the one to look after me later on in life, he better be a billionaire, because I'm just teaching him how to take out the garbage. if these kids don't know how to take out the garbage when they're 7,
You know
example.
what?
I'm not trying to be too hard on them, but just example.
Hey, it's a very different time nowadays.
Of
Like,
course.
out of curiosity, how does your grandson learn? And does he, like, when he goes to school, do they give him a tablet? Like, does he have a tablet? Like my niece, I can tell you, she's out in Ontario. She had to have a tablet.
Yeah.
That was part of, like when, they send you home, send the kids home, and they say, okay, you need, how many Hilroy books and
Now it's you
everything
need a
like that.
Mac.
Yeah, exactly. Now you need a Mac.
Well,
Now you need a tablet of some sort, because that happened
honestly,
to my.
yeah, I think my grandson is learning a whole bunch of different ways of learning because you were correct at his school. In
Mhm.
his journal, I have to scan his thing with my phone to be
Really?
able to bring up the program that he's supposed to be learning on, so there we are around my phone. That is my work phone,
Mhm.
and trying to, so I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, but also, learning by experience, these
Right.
sorts of things. But yeah, the schools have got pretty smart in some of these things. I mean, if you don't know technology either, you will be left behind. Look what's happening to me. I don't know my passwords. I don't know this. I don't know that. So
Right.
there is something to be said about using technology, to your advantage, but maybe just not spending too much time always zoning in on whatever that is, because you'll miss on what's going on around the world
Oh, for
in
sure.
front of you.
I kind of feel like the kids growing up nowadays are missing the basics. It's almost like they skipped the basics and then they went into technology, which, just like you said, it has its place, but there's no balance between the two things, right? There's not a balance of technology and knowing the basic stuff. They don't even do basic playing anymore either. They don't go and play hide and go seek or
It's
anything like
not
that.
safe. It's
But
not safe.
is it not
There's a
safe?
national inquiry to where all these people are just disappearing to. It is not safe. I don't let him walk to school by himself.
No, eh? Gone are those days. Eh? Like he doesn't
Well, I
walk
don't
to
know.
school.
There's
That's
not too many
crazy.
parents I know that let their kids walk to school by themselves unless they absolutely have to. And even when they do, they're holding their breath.
Really? We're
Safety.
that we're that dangerous of a society in Alberta or in Manitoba that they can't walk to school by themselves anymore. That's crazy. I mean, my mom
Well,
let.
I'm the grandma here. I'm just
I
speaking
understand
about
that.
what I'm seeing, but
Oh no, I get that.
safety.
Yeah.
People didn't want me walking to go get a coffee or whatever when I was downtown Winnipeg, and I'm not going to school. I'm trying to go get groceries. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to,
Yeah.
and I'm
You're just
more
moving
aware,
and shaking. That's crazy. In downtown Winnipeg, I I mean, I used to like not bar hop. Well, yes, bar hop. We'll call it what it is. Bar hop. I used to live downtown and everything like
Oh,
that,
nice.
and it crushes me to hear that it's not safe for somebody just to walk down. Like, I mean, some of the greatest times I've ever had, like the Fringe Festival
Mhm.
when they had it downtown and like these different areas by like the Burton Cummings
Oh,
um
nice.
what's it called? Burton Cummings Theater and stuff like that, where people are just playing guitar outside and everything.
Oh,
That
nice. Yeah.
kills
There
me.
is a lot of nice
That's
things that happen in Winnipeg. There's some beautiful things that
yeah,
happen in Winnipeg for sure. But the
yeah.
reality also, so yeah, for
It's
sure.
still not safe though, man. That's
Well,
crazy.
I
That's
mean, I'm
crushing.
I'm a mother and a grandmother, so I'm always like looking out safety, to watch something.
Absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
that's the
So
most important thing about being a mom and a grandmother. I'll never have the pleasure of being such as such, but yeah, you know,
yeah,
protecting our own is important.
absolutely. And you see people having to increase their protection of their own property, whether it's uh, to prevent burglary or people stealing from you online or what have you,
Yeah.
So there's
Well,
a
I
lot
was
of things that people are having to be like more protecting your own really close.
that's
And
true.
yeah, and I think that happens when people are desperate. I think when people can get away with it, when all the systems have just absolutely failed and people are just like running around.
Hmm.
I think that maybe is what has happened around here now. And I'm just saying that
Hey,
in general terms. In general terms.
yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, like, hey, like they stopped making copper pipe. Well, I shouldn't say they stopped making copper piping. They stopped putting copper piping inside homes and stuff like that for most part because, just like you said, the desperation, right? People
People are stealing it.
people steal that stuff out of there to earn a buck because there's nothing for them, nowhere for them to earn a buck.
And
Easily or
addiction,
properly.
in this
Yeah.
country,
Oh God,
addiction is
yeah.
running very high. And so that, it all comes, it's all in one.
Yeah.
It's all, I
One
guess.
tragic
I
ball
mean,
of
but that's for like another
bad.
day. That's for like another day. So I got to run, you guys. Are we cool for today's, anything
Absolutely.
else?
Hey, you're basically right on the button. It's 11:58.
Yeah, I was just gonna
So we
say,
should actually really hold you for another 2 minutes, and then you can go.
Oh yeah, well, I
No?
was thinking we should like wrap it up,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No worries.
So
Hey, it was a
Alex,
good
Kojo,
inaugural.
Sarpong over there. Alex, where are you?
He's there.
How come I don't see him on my thing?
I don't know.
I'm like John Cena. You can't see me.
Oh, it's probably because hey, how can we keep on doing that?
Do what?
Taking you away from the screen.
I don't know. Are you looking on your phone, Aaron?
Yeah.
Is this your phone? Oh, okay. So usually anybody that's talking is usually the person that you'll see. If he's not talking, he's not going to be on your phone. Say something, Alex, and you'll be on the phone.
Yo.
Cool. So cool. This is the first time I've ever been on this thing. So thanks for inviting me
No worries. It's a
to be the
pleasure.
guest on the first Real Talk. What was the other thing? Real Talk or
Things that make you go, hmm.
things that make you go,
It's a work in progress.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put this out
Awesome.
on the internet straight away. It'll be good. Maybe a little edit here and there, but
What about
yeah.
a hashtag? A hashtag.
Real talk, things that make you go, hmm.
Yeah.
Open talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There'll be
We got to
lots of
think of it.
hashtags.
We got to think of a good hashtag because the hashtag how loops everything together because we will be going on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all these sorts of things, right? With all the multiple platforms, the shopping channels, et cetera, right?
You love that shopping channel? Yes, we will be there. Yes.
Well, yeah, I have many products. I represent many companies, so
I
I might
know
as well
you
have it
do.
all going into one funnel. So I have one password.
Yep. I am.
Okay.
I'm working on that.
I know. I want to thank everyone for helping me along the way.
No worries.
You cannot do things on your own, that's for sure. So I'm glad, Alex. Congratulations to you on your Real Talk. I'm glad it's actually finally happening. I've been listening to this guy for 2 years almost talk about the dream of doing this. So
on our Real Talk, but
there you go.
what?
You
said your Real Talk, and I said our Real Talk.
But you were like, I know, but it was like your thing. Yeah, but so I'm awesome. It's awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, everyone. On a Sunday.
There you go.
And it's Alex's daughter's birthday. To be 17 again, eh, Alex?
Yeah, to be
17 again. Wow. Happy birthday to her. Awesome. Okay. Take care, everyone.
All right. Later on, Aaron. Thanks for visiting.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, Mel.
Yo.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I guess let's edit it and hopefully we got some good stuff there. And
I think so. I'll send it to you. As it's gonna take once I end our Zoom, then it'll close the recording, and then I can send you. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll drop it into the Google Drive because if I don't, then it'll suppress the thing, and then I won't use video from this Zoom just because you're in and out of the thing. So then we'll go from there. I'll do what you were saying.
How is the video? How's the video? How's the video on my end? Is it clear or because it seems like it's murky? I don't know if it's my video or what.
No, you know what that is it'll always like your camera perception. So what you see is
Yeah.
not what I see. What I see
Okay.
is clarity on my side because I
It is
have
okay,
HD.
okay.
So it,
Yeah, because my resolution doesn't look clear. Like you look clear, but Aaron look clear.
yeah.
But my resolution doesn't look clear.
Out of all three of us, Aaron was more clear than you and me.
Oh, really? Really,
Yeah.
on your end?
Mhm.
And she's on her fucking phone.
I know, but it's the camera quality of
Oh,
the
that's
phone,
true.
right?
That's true.
Because
That's true.
even though my laptop and your laptop are probably pretty good,
Yeah.
it's that embedded camera. Like if we got like
Okay.
an
Okay.
individual camera, it'd
Yeah,
probably be
because I don't know if
better.
you saw me. I was trying to actually even clean it to see if that's what it is. Because it seems.
Oh, look at that! It actually got even clearer when she
Really?
did that.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you just wipe it?
Yeah.
That's funny. I haven't
Yeah.
cleaned mine in a while, so
No, I've never touched it. Yeah, so but
All right.
I just noticed it's kind of murky. But anyways,
Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah. So
okay.
as soon as it's done recording, I'll send it straight to you.
Okay, sounds good, buddy.
She was a wild card today, man. I have
Yeah,
to say.
yeah.
And that laugh, I love it. I love it.
Well, it might
Crazy.
add flavor to it, and it might, you know, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like you just never know.
Oh,
But
I know.
I was just surfing YouTube and some of these fucking stupid videos because the headers are kind of a key thing too, I guess, to grab people. Like there's some
of
stupid
course.
videos out there. They got like 20 million views.
Oh, I know. There's
Like
crazy ones.
there's this one where these, there's just a couple hot broads walking, and there's some guy dressed up in a plant, like a plant, and he
Yeah.
tries to scare them.
Yeah.
And one of them kicks him, and it's got like 20-something million views. The dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I know. It happens though. Like
Wow.
it's the crazy stuff that you see on the internet. Like from what is another one that I've seen? Like all these gold digger videos and everything like that. That's something we should definitely talk about, like, and maybe even poke fun of, because I mean, at the end of the day, those get lots of views. It's almost like, I can't remember who said it, but it really says something about the society, is that everybody loves conflict, and so those gold digger videos are conflict, right?
Very
That's
true.
the way it is.
Very, very true.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But hopefully people like debate too, though, and
They do.
And discussion, and then I guess at the end of it we gotta like and subscribe type thing.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you the raw thing, and then maybe I'll record a voiceover of like, please like and subscribe if you like to hear what we have to say. Go from there. Yeah.
Sounds good. We're gonna all with our headsets on.
There you go. I know, right? And I love
those.
Are those beats? Look, are you repping beats?
Yeah, actually, I stole it from my son.
Oh, nice.
Or what is it? Or it might be. What is it?
I don't know what they are.
Oh, this is some sort of skull candy crusher. It's called.
Oh, so you got all. I should have spoke with more bass. Oh, those are nice, man. Because that's the whole thing about skull candy, is like it's supposed to have the most bass out of all things.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Them and beats are.
I don't know anything about it. I was just trying to find something so that I could shut out the outside noise.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a couple headsets here that I don't know why I should use them more when I'm on Zooms and that, but
you definitely should.
I thought this would be better audio for me, anyways.
Absolutely, and you're crystal clear, so it'll come through nice, man. It'll be good.
Good.
Yeah. Cool.
Awesome. Okay, brother.
Episode 1, brother.
Enjoy your day. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You too.
I like it. Let's go.
All right, on. Let's do it. All right,
buddy.
Cool,
hey.
Yeah.
Are we doing anything with the referral fee? Should we do anything with that thing, or?
Yeah. So it ended on June 1st.
Oh, it was running. Okay.
Yeah, it was running. And so now I'm gonna do completely, like, I was having an issue with some of the campaigns, but I'm running all brand new ones. So now that Erin's phone is working and we know that she's getting the inbox stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll with it, and if you can send me some, I'm not talking about May. If we can do that co-op that we were talking about.
Yeah.
And then we'll just run with that money and see what happens.
Now with this YouTube thing, should we do like real talk tax, real talk politics, real talk? You know what I mean? Like the topics, or just leave it real talk. Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
I'm still debating whether we should do
Or
like
things
that make you
make
go,
tax, things that make it go, like the topic, the subject
Hmm.
topic, or just leave it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Like you're talking about like the description or the headline of the thing and stuff like that. Yeah.
Because because that's probably a factor in grabbing people's attention
Yeah,
too.
because it's part of the Google
Yeah,
Analytics, right?
yeah,
That it's in there.
yeah.
Things that make you go, or think. Well, look, what we'll do is we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm gonna
Yeah.
send you the video, and then let's come back together, you and me, and then debate like, should we do real talk? Because I kind of like that, because every heading it will be like, real talk, blah blah blah. So I think we should do that. We just need to know if it's gonna be things that make you go blank, or real talk blank.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that, because then at least you can link them all together, right? So we can do like the Instagram, the Facebook, whatever, right?
Yeah. Or it could be just real talk, things that make you go too.
Real talk, things that make you. It's kind of long, but I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Okay.
It is they're both good. They're both good. So
yeah.
But okay, brother.
You know what? The mashup might go better, because it's like, instead of like, picking one, just go.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
Take it all.
Well, we'll figure that out.
Think about that. Yeah, we'll figure it out. The key things, I guess, to keep building the content. So.
Yep. Building content and putting it out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
All right, man.
All right.
We'll see you.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.